The world has been watching both a geopolitical and a humanitarian crisis unfold between Israel and the Palestinians in the Gaza Strip in recent days. Rockets from Gaza are striking in Israel, and Israeli aircraft are pounding a wide range of targets in Gaza. Civilians are dying, and there's no clear way to bring this dramatic escalation of violence to a conclusion. In one sense, this certainly is a new phase in the decades-long conflict between Israel and the Palestinians. But in other ways, this outbreak is just more of the same and a sign that the new phase some had hoped for in this long-running conflict isn't at hand at all. First, for starters, the outbreak shows it isn't possible to simply push the conflict between Israel and the Palestinians to the back burner as the Trump administration tried. The Trump team thought Arab states had grown so tired of the Palestinian question that they would merely sidestep Palestinian demands for their own state and return of lands under Israeli control and concentrate instead on making peace with Israel and confronting Iran.
When you came into office, Iran was on the march. Because of your leadership, Iran is now on the run.
And that worked to some extent as Bahrain, the United Arab Emirates, Morocco, and Sudan all established formal ties with Israel. The hope was that the Palestinian issue would just fade in importance as these Sunni Arab states focused instead on confronting Iran. But as the new violence illustrates, and as diplomats have learned over the decades, the Palestinian question has a way of rearing its head over and over again, often when you least expect. Second, this crisis shows that it won't be as easy to push Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu out of power as his critics at home and abroad had hoped. After Israel's fourth election in 2 years recently, Mr. Netanyahu had been unable to form a new government and his main opponent had been given the chance. But the current crisis is pushing domestic politics aside in Israel and likely will prompt some Israelis to rally around their prime minister in a time of duress. That may actually extend Mr. Netanyahu's long streak in power. And finally, this crisis shows that it isn't really possible, at least not yet, to detach Iran from the broader Palestinian problem. The extremist group Hamas is firing the rockets that are landing on Israel, and Iran is the main international supporter of Hamas. And it was Iranian know-how that largely helped Hamas figure out how to produce on its own the rockets it is now firing. So the current crisis is showing that the continued importance of the alliance between Iran and Hamas is as strong as ever, and indeed, this could end up deepening that alliance. In some, while the crisis is a dramatic new escalation in tensions between Israel and the Palestinians, it also is in many ways showing the old dynamics are still in place and maybe even growing more entrenched.